right, today I got this part here, which is a fuel block off, like a billet coil holder. And so this will keep the fan shroud a little cleaner to not have to put this coil on it, and it will sit kind of right under to the left of the alternator. One kind of annoying thing that happened was that they sent me 2 bolts, but one of these bolts is shorter than the other, and if they both have to be the same size. So if you look at this, one of them goes through and the other one doesn't, so that's bad. So I'll have to just get some new bolts. But so what I'm going to do here, this also has this thing here for a breather tube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick, this plug came on my case, which is also a 3/8 bolt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal up that hole because I'm not going to put a breather tube on there. So let's see, I'll put that like this. That is just some high temperature thread sealant. And that will go around the threads of this little plug. Then I'm going to put that into this breather hole. And this is just going to plug this up for now. If I want to use that later, I can. So this is great. That's it. And then this sits like this. And then the coil goes like this. And let's see, make sure that's right side up, which it is. So, all right, grab the Allen wrench here. So this, I can't loosen this one up. And then hopefully just slide this in. It looks like on the motor, this thing needs to go back about, about 3 inches back. It has space for it. I'm gonna put it right around in the middle. I'll just leave the plus and the minus. I'll leave that right side up this way. All right, and this will go on the fuel pump hole with this gasket. All right, so annoyingly, they had sent me these two, which are M8 1.25 threads. And why did they send me one of these that was much shorter? I think this was either 25 millimeter or 30. It's 30 total. So I went and I got two stainless steel ones that are basically the same. At least it's the same thread. It's a little bit longer, but I think that's gonna work fine. So what I'm gonna do is, look at this. It's gonna go into this, and it sticks out that much. So the question is that too much to go in there? I think that should be okay. I said if I compare it, the ones that it was supposed to be were that, and that also seems a little short even. So I'll go out and put that on with some Permatex and this gasket. So, okay, so the location for this is going to be right here where the fuel pump is supposed to go. So what it's going to look like is basically like this, and it's going to hold the coil there. Let's see if I hold it like this. So that looks pretty clean. That leaves the top of the shroud totally clean. And I've got my electrical connections there, which are going to connect to all the various things. So let me just go ahead and get this all set up. So the way it's going to work I'm going to take my Permatex Aviation. And I'm going to go ahead and slime this up a little bit here. Alright, that's going to go there. That. Just get it on the bottom of this guy. Let's see. I'm not going to use the breather on this one right now. That's why I have this Allen plug in there. And then the two new ones that I got here, I'm going to put on there, and I'm also going to put some Permatex on there. All right, redoing this just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is, so you can see this, I had to actually trim these 30mm bolts because I think they had to be 25s. So there's some thread sealant on here. There's some Permatex here right under the head, and now that seems to be in the right spot. So this should work out well. Alright, that one's in. Do the same with the second one. So there's still some Permatex on there, but this is high temperature sealant, so thread sealant, so I'm just going to put that on there as well. And I had to trim down the bolts by about, I don't know, 4 or 5mm. There is like a little bit of extra Permatex on there, but and this one, and I'm gonna just cinch this down now that the bolts are a little shorter. This looks good. And here. Okay, so looking at this, looks like I have the breathers sealed. This has a lot of extra gunk. I can clean that off with a little bit of parts cleaner, and then I may have to tighten this down. Well, I did tighten that down, but actually I probably have to tighten down the this part on the coil, but I think I can get the Allen wrench to under there. Alright, that's the billet coil holder there for the fuel block off.